This is What's Wild in New Hampshire by wildlife biologist Eric Orff. Hey, I'm in sunny Florida, but look who turned up here in sunny Florida but Bruce Carnes. I've known Bruce for, I'm guessing, 40 something years. I think when I was the bear biologist, I think we started running bears to tag them around 1980. So that's 40 something years ago. I started in the fall of 78, but it took me a couple of years to figure out how to do all the drugging really good. Then we went out to tag some bears. Well, the reason I did that was Henry Laramie really pioneered the tranquilizing of bear in the world, North America. So he worked with Doc Payne down in Concord. They'd have a bear in a culvert trap or a snare, and they would try this tranquilizer and that tranquilizer, and they came up with the right one. So he successfully was tagging bears, nuisance bears, but within 2 years, 80% of those bears were dead. So we're wondering, is that all our bears being killed that quickly? So I set out to tag some non-nuisance bears. That's how I hooked up with Bruce Carnes, so we could get some tags on bears that weren't nuisance bears. And I did find out they had a much lower mortality rate. So that's why I hooked up with the New Hampshire Bear Hunters Association. So we want to talk about the New Hampshire Bear Hunters Association. Bruce, tell us a little bit about the New Hampshire Bear Hunters Association. You said you were the first president. You started it.
Well, a group of us started it, but I happened to be the first president. And
So about then, probably around 1980, I think?
I'm not sure.
Okay,
I would
right in there.
In there somewhere, yeah. And at that particular time, it was basically the local, from the state bear hunters. And there wasn't that many of us, but there was quite a few.
See,
And
a dozen or less than a dozen?
Less than a dozen.
Less than a dozen.
Yeah. But we put on some hunts, competition hunts, and people came from Massachusetts,
Yep.
Maine.
Bob Milne?
Yeah, well, he was a partner off and on with me anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about Harry? What was Harry's last name? He was the
Ashley.
Ashley. Oh, yeah, he grew
Cranberry.
cranberries down in the Cape, so he's got Alzheimer's. He's got way better memory than me.
He doesn't have Alzheimer's.
So
Stop.
I'm just thinking, and the Tiltons, John and his son,
Right.
and just trying to think of some of those names from back. And of course,
Yeah,
Dan
well,
Dockham, he's still with us. He's still bear
Well,
hunting.
the first ones
With you.
were the Ware.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. The
They were
Ware
from,
boys. Yep.
yeah, from Vermont, I think.
Okay.
But they basically, when I first started, it was on problem bear,
Okay.
killing sheep.
Yep.
Yeah, and I always remember down in the meadows, bear came in, killed 2 sheep, and he carried both of those sheep over a fence that surrounded the cemetery.
No, where's the Meadows? I don't remember where.
Well,
that
that's in Jefferson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jefferson Meadows. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, but before that, oops, it had killed other,
Okay.
sheep at other farms. And there was John Simpson,
Yep.
Leake, and.
Green? Is Green a pine?
No, I never met him until
Okay.
later.
Okay.
Yeah, he actually didn't join the club.
Okay. You didn't join the club.
No. But, well, the Wares and John Simpson, they didn't either.
Okay.
They were the old timers.
Okay.
And that, I started
As a
learning from them.
youngster.
Yeah, I was a youngster. Yeah, but anyway, the club survived for quite a, well, it's still surviving. But
Yep.
back then, we had competition hunts, we had real good group
Yep.
meetings and
Yep.
everything.
Nice.
And it worked out well.
So the New Hampshire Fish and Game Department for decades, when I was the bear biologist, and to this day, still uses members of the New Hampshire Bear Hunters Association when there is a problem bear that needs to be taken care of or run out of town, say, sort of. We tried that.
Yeah.
Doesn't work so good, but you still got to try it now and then, just to relieve the landowner, at least give him a hope that you
Yeah.
sent the bear over the ridge at least, and
Yeah.
giving it a try. But the New Hampshire Bear Hunters Association, they're the ones in 1990 that actually proposed that we have a bear hunting license, and Fish and Game did in 1990. It passed. Well, I think it was a $5 license. I think it might be more now. I don't know because I have a lifetime license, so I don't have to buy one. But anyways, not that I would. That it's the funds from the bear hunting license that supports the bear management plan to this day. That's how the research and management that's done on black bear in New Hampshire was all because of the initiative of the New Hampshire Bear Hunters Association. So
Wow.
thank you, Bruce.
Wow, that's good news. Yeah, the ones that are basically helping out now, like Tom Parker and,
Yeah. I don't know their names anymore. Yeah,
No,
I'll
well-
drift it away.
yeah, Jared and Kelly.
Oh, Irwin.
Irwin.
Yeah, Irwin's,
Yeah,
okay,
you
yeah,
know,
good people, yeah.
They're the
yeah.
ones that got the real good dogs now.
Yeah. Now I'm trying to think of something. It seems like when I was thinking about this last night after you called, I was thinking Jill. Was Jill one of the first dogs that I was
Yes, yeah,
on? It was the strike dog, I think.
right,
Huh.
Yeah.
I remember some of your dogs.
yeah. Well, that was one of the reasons that, you know, a lot of, because a lot of them were basically from, you know, breeding out of Vermont,
Okay.
the dogs.
Okay.
And then I ended up with some, and
What
They
were
passed
some of
some
the
of that-
other names that would come to your mind of some of the good hounds you have?
oh, Smokey, and I've always got a Jill and Annie, and
Jill 2, 3, 4, 5, huh?
well, I got a Lucy out in the car there now, but I never used that before. But that Tina,
Okay, Tina, yes, I
yeah,
remember Tina, yes.
I've
all
always
right.
had, you know,
Wow,
good
wow.
Tinas, at
Yeah,
least three
yeah,
of them.
So
Yeah.
it's been your female hounds that seem to be the better strike dogs?
Yes.
Yeah. nice.
Yeah, basically, but I've had some good male strike dogs too. I've had some, I was
Hey,
lucky.
we're not gonna be prejudiced, but I just remember
Yeah.
the good ones, and I remember they were always,
Yeah, well,
females.
I was lucky
Yeah.
because I
Nice.
happened to get some good blood
Yeah,
and that put me in business.
wow,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
And are you still doing any guiding? You guided for a long time?
No more guy.
No more guiding. Now, I talked to Dan Dockham, he said you were chasing bears last fall.
Oh, yes,
You still get out there?
yeah,
Yeah, not me, I'm long past that.
I had, yeah, well, I've only got one dog
Okay.
left that,
Lucy, yeah.
yeah,
Nice, nice. So the New Hampshire Bear Hunter Association is in good hands right now, and they've done great jobs for New Hampshire Fish and Game over the years, and produced some fine dogs through their efforts. And hey, bear hunting continues, hounding continues for bear hunting in New Hampshire, and a lot of it is to thank you to the New Hampshire Bear Hunter Association. Thank you, Bruce Carnes. Awesome job. This is wildlife biologist Eric Orff with my friend Bill Carnes. Oh yeah.